Hi everybody, welcome back to Bookworm on the Case. Today we are going to talk about an old case, but with Laurie and Chad in court for the death of JJ and Tylee, no news on little Michael Vaughan, and even less on Summer Wells. I think it is rather appropriate to talk about this particular case. On May the 20th, it will be 34 years since Kimberley Norwood disappeared near her home in Hallsville. According to an interview Kimberley's mother had with the press in 2019, Kimberley called her mother and told her that she and 3 other friends will be walking home from another friend's house. The area they were walking in was still fairly wooded and undeveloped. According to the friends, they split up at some point to go home, and that was the last time anyone saw Kimberley. Kimberley had spent the previous night at a friend's home, but came home briefly around lunchtime on Saturday. She had something to eat and cleaned her aquarium, after which she went back out to interact with friends. Just before 5 p.m. she called her mother from a friend's home, asking whether the girl could sleep over at their home. Janice, Kimberley's mother, said no, as they did not care much for that particular girl. Janice and Kimberley had a bit of a back and forth, and both were in a bit of a huff when they ended the call. At about 5:15 p.m. the girls, Kimberley and 3 friends, were seen walking, and allegedly they parted ways less than a mile from Kimberley's home. In the 20 years since Kimberley's disappearance, there had been only one suspect, but he was quickly and thoroughly cleared. Since then, now, 34 years later, there had not been any legitimate suspect. In 2010, retired active detectives and forensic experts, FBI profilers, scientists, etc., belonging to a group of cold case investigators, looked at the case again and found nothing. At the time of her disappearance, Kimberley was wearing a white t-shirt with red and black cows and the word "Milk Dudes" printed on it. She was wearing dark jeans, white socks, and black sneakers. She was also wearing a Swatch watch and a gold ring with an aquamarine stone. Since their daughter's disappearance, Janice had survived breast cancer and a heart attack, and her husband, Kimberley's father, had a heart attack, a stroke, and had to have a quadruple bypass. Sadly, Janice passed away in June 2020, and Kimberley's father also died in July 2019, leaving only Kimberley's sister, Patricia. Up until the time of her death, Janice Norwood believed that her daughter was still alive, and to this very day there is nothing to prove her wrong. At the time of her disappearance, police could not find any eyewitnesses to either a murder or abduction. Despite searches, no body was ever recovered, and although Kimberley's mother believed that Kimberley was abducted, police did consider the option that she may have run away, but there is no evidence of that either, and no real reason why she would run away, except for the slight disagreement with her mother about the friend staying over. This is one of the stranger disappearances because there is so little evidence. Of course, those days, doorbell cameras and security cameras were not as fashionable as it is today, but usually in such small communities in particular, some people will talk and suspect one person more than they would others. Each community has at least one creep, but it appears that in this case there are few speculations around, at least not many that I could find. Maybe because the case is old, but then again I went as far back as the late 90s, and to quote something someone in the neighborhood actually said, they said, "The scariest thing is not knowing who is responsible for Kimberley's disappearance." Law enforcement in that area are actually still interested in the case, and so are a lot of the older inhabitants of the town. So if you or anybody you know have any information, please contact law enforcement or 911 with whatever information you have. Remember, his sister Patricia is still around, and Patricia would at least like to know what happened to his sister. So until we meet again on the next video, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.